Hey y'all.
Hey y'all, what's going on?
It's the most wonderful time
of the year.
This is the last episode of Bravo. We're Black in a full year of literal pop culture and Bravo episodes, rebranded and now on a new network with some of the same guests, some bigger guests. And, you know, your favorite is when we're solo and cutting up, as you know. We hope that you had a great Christmas. We hope that you enjoyed the episode with Kendrick, specifically on Wednesday, because we had so much fun taping that. It was just such a good episode. Just to look back on the year in entertainment and pop culture, and what a year it was, y'all. Like, it was just a lot that we didn't get to and that we had to narrow it down to. And I think that we just honestly like put whatever was the most current on our brain as best. Because when I got off, I was like, oh, I wanted to say X, Y, and Z. And I forgot about all these things that like technically came out this year too. And I was just like, I should have said that. But the things that we did say were really good things. Still stand on that. And yeah, we just hope that you enjoyed it, and we hope that you are in good spirits and having a good betwixtmas. That's what this is. It's between Christmas and the New Year, where you don't know what day it is, you don't know what time it is, you don't know where you are, you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, and you're giving about 30% of the effort that you normally would, because we are running out of steam. And that's what you should be doing. Yeah. So, yeah, that's that, Aaron.
I hope you guys are just having a good rest of your 2023. As we transition into 2024, that means setting goals and setting realistic goals and expectations too. Don't beat yourself up so hard, because I know every year I tend to do that as well. Like,
same.
Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to do that. And it's like just a year, every year, if I don't feel like I've done everything on that list, then I'm disappointed. So be realistic with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Be patient. And it's also okay to transition certain things maybe from your 2023 list over to your 2024 list, because Rome wasn't built in a day.
Ooh, okay, knowledge.
You know?
Okay, Nostradamus.
Rome wasn't built in a day, so you guys, you know, just make sure you're being patient, enjoying the rest of these days that we have in this year, and, you know, just enjoy it.
Enjoy it, and we hope that you have some good things to look back on, because this was a very hard year for a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people in general, not just myself, but just for everyone. Whether it's health-wise, whether it's someone you know was suffering, whether you were suffering, like, shit is hard, okay? So when you look back, at least you can say you survived it. And I'm just so happy that you did. I'm so happy that you're here with us. I'm so happy that you're listening to this. I'm so happy that you found us. I'm so happy that we could bring you some entertainment. And I just definitely, if you're listening to this, I love you. 100%. Dollar sign. And you know who I don't love right now? Aaron, because he has on unreleased merch that was never supposed to see the light of day.
I'm sorry, you guys. Listen.
That was never supposed to see the light of day. If you don't know it, you can see that's the old, like, OG.
Yeah.
In our roots. It's gonna go in the museum when we really like make it.
It is. I just feel like, imagine somebody just put on a Darion shirt. That's what this is about right now.
That's the exact vibe.
I even have on an X-Men shirt too. You guys can't see that.
Wow, I have on an NSYNC shirt. So shout out to
we're really on brand
from NSYNC that has a show or something on this network. I think that's him. Yeah, they love him here. So shout out to him. Maybe one day he'll come on the podcast.
Yeah, I hope so.
Chris, I think is Chris Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, I love them.
Like for real. I was watching the Disney Christmas parade on Disney Plus, because every year they have the Disney parade, and it was the 40th year of the Disney Christmas parade, and they were showing like throwbacks. Like Mary J. Blige had a song, like she sung, I think, "Have a Merry Little Christmas" with David Foster, and then they had like a really old performance from Gwen Stefani, and then they had NSYNC with the "Happy Holidays."
I don't know why Mary J. Blige just cracked me up because of what's
so fucking random, right? So yeah, we're fans over here, So yeah, we'll you know what? That's what we should do in the new year when we have our monthly meeting with our producers and all the great people at Hurrdat. We'll make a ridiculous demand to have this guy from NSYNC on our little podcast.
Not just the him, but the whole group.
The whole group. Yeah, no, Justin, we might, I'm getting that ass a little bit, but NSYNC is invited to Bravo We're Black, and we have a lot of questions. We have a lot of praise, but we also just have a lot of things that we want to talk about. It doesn't have to be within the music industry. We want to know, do you watch Bravo?
Well,
has it? If you didn't, we're the best people to catch up with. We have some questions for everyone. I think it's Name Drop. At Name Drop Show. Shout out to y'all. Gang. We're on the same network, so help a bitch out. Simple as that.
Period.
Just saying. I got you on my shirt. I think you get royalties from this. I think I bought this from the official NSYNC website. And not Fashion Nova. So moving on, that is what Aaron has on is literally our old logo. When we were Bravo Wild Black as a podcast. All our acts are Bravo Wild Black because that just rolled off the tongue.
A day to do this too. I just realized everything happens for a reason. This is like our last podcast of the year.
Yeah.
And just like a reminder of where we started. So
exactly.
I can turn that into that. Yeah, this is where we all started right here. When we were doing merch on Shopify.
Merch on Shopify that was absolutely ridiculous, and now
it was so hard to fucking do, guys.
That we just we just said fuck it, and we didn't put the shirts
$700 per hat
or the hat out. We were just like, we can't do this. But you know what? We did do 2 holiday lines. So, and you guys fuck with that heavy. You supported that heavy because it was affordable, it was nice, it was cute. We did those like cookie and mug things, or like the mug gripper things. We did that for 2 years. We didn't do it this year because we want to launch official merch, or at least like test the waters. So maybe that is something, that's our realistic goal that we can set on this podcast. Yeah. We want to launch a few things for merch next year, and that's a realistic goal. And we want you guys, we might do it around February, because I feel like that's when people are getting their income tax, and when you get your income tax, you have money to buy things that you might not usually buy. Because I know right now I'm broke as hell from Christmas. I had to buy everyone everything. I ain't got shit. I don't have $1 to my name. That's why I'm begging NSYNC to come on the podcast to get these downloads up, so we can put these commercials on and we can really get shit popping.
And I work like a dog day and night,
drinking from a pot. None of you. What a touch. Maybe we'll get Taraji P. Henson, and that'll be our unrealistic goal. After reuniting NSYNC for our pod, we will get Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, Taraji she wants some different type of coins though. And
she can have 10% of what the episode makes if she comes on. So I don't know what that does, but that's what we can promise you, Taraji. And if it does real well, 15%, baby. But anyways, So yeah, so I guess that should be our New Year's reso.
Yeah.
We're gonna release some merch, and we're gonna have the official NSYNC reunion, and we're gonna have Taraji P. Henson. Those are 3 goals that we set for 2024. And I just feel like, why wouldn't NSYNC want to come on and reunite here? And I also feel like, why wouldn't Taraji want to come on and talk about some things here? But especially if Taraji comes to the Power universe or the 50 Cent universe in any kind of way, I feel like we're like manifesting something here, because we've been fans of Power, BMF, 50 Cent, anything that he does.
Insane, guys, to meet Taraji P. Henson. And by the way, she did so good in The Color Purple, which we will tell you about. And I can't wait. When I say to talk about it, I can't wait.
Are you going to talk about it today? Or are you going to talk about it on the pop culture one? Or are you going to talk about it on Patreon? What do you
No,
want to
definitely the pop culture. Pop culture. Patreon, I'll give y'all a little bit more details and I'll actually spoil
like an in-depth review?
Yeah,
and then pop culture, you give us like whether we should go or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, well, I mean, we have our goals, because I think I said on this very podcast last year, I feel like I'm perfect. I don't need to set any goals for this year, and I didn't. I just had to stay alive, and I almost failed at that. So I just don't think that I should be the kind of person to set these unrealistic goals. You wanted to eat healthier, and you did. You did for a few months. Like, you were really in it.
I was really in it. I still do every now and then, even though I replace it with a bad meal later. But I still do.
But the point is that you still do it, and you wouldn't have done that previously.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So that's dope.
So that's our, what do we call it?
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping for 2023.
Right. Start off on a good note.
Now, to get into some bullshit, you know, we get a lot of shit for our last episode,
As
just
expected.
in general, honestly. And I'm not sure where the disconnect was, because I feel like, and just to remind you guys what we covered, we were talking about the comments Dr. Jackie made on that live, about Black women crying wolf when it comes to like going to the doctors and their OBGYN, etc. But
this is also like, pre video apology. This was just when she just put that statement out.
Just a statement. They pulled back that clip, so we were just giving our thoughts on that specific thing. And I felt like we were very fair. I felt like we acknowledged her accomplishments, her latest thing with Vice President. We acknowledged all of that, as well as got into the truth and how we really felt on the issue. Kaya specifically, you know, as I said, she was a bit more passionate, because Kaya is somebody who deals with this on a regular basis. So of course this is going to upset her. She's also a Black woman. Me, I'm the ally. I'm the supporter. I'm only a Black man. I'm only a Black man, so I can just give my opinion on certain things, but there are certain things that I just can't relate to, and I can understand to a certain extent, because you know how they treat Black people in general, but I can't understand what it's like to go to my OBGYN and have a doctor tell me like I'm crying wolf because I'm in pain or something like that. So there are just certain things that I can't understand, but we definitely felt like we tried to present our clear feelings about it in both sides, and that was that. So I don't understand what all this fuss, all this back and forth is about. Everybody wants to be a freedom rider. I like Hillary Swank too.
Hey, I don't got no problems with Hillary Swank.
I like Hillary Swank too, but at the same time, I'm not Hillary Swank.
Me either. Far from
I'm
it.
only Aaron. You know what I'm saying?
Or Kaya.
So that's all I can. That's all. That's all we can be. So I don't know what that was all about. You know, I was just disappointed. I feel like some people are quick to jump on this bandwagon without reading into all the context. Maybe from the clips that we posted, which no, we posted a pretty good clip, I think, explaining both sides. But yeah, guys, just listen to the full episode, and just understand that we are the people, and we're here for the people. I don't know where that was misconstrued.
I agree. I co-sign it.
So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. It's a shame that people go into stuff without knowing all the context. I don't know why people still do that. In 2024, can we make that our New Year's resolution too? Reading all the context before we jump in. We'd be like, let's read all the context.
Or listen. If you can't read, you can listen.
Listen, yeah, just listen to it.
I understand if you don't, because me personally, I don't like to read, but I always read before I comment. I always read before I message. I always read before I say, before I make an ass of myself. I do read. I don't read like I'm an audiobook girl, so you won't catch me holding Twilight. You'll catch me listening in the Twilight. But that's where, it's like that it's just very confusing. Also, I want to say that whatever I said, I meant, and I still mean.
And that's fair. To me, you didn't really say anything bad. Yeah,
what I wanted to say is not what I actually said. I watered it down a little bit. I wanted to go 10 times harder. But with that saying, even if I did go 10 times harder, I would have ended it the same way, which is I would not negate the good that she has done, and the people that do go and see her, and the people that she has helped. And also the most important thing and the most important message was what I was saying, is that we finally have someone talking about this on Bravo TV during season 10 that's had some of the highest ratings that we've seen, that everyone is watching on the same episode that unfortunately, Quad got kicked off that episode, but we continued to watch the episode, just like we're going to continue watching the season. Like, we had the Vice President of the United States, no matter how you feel about her, Dr. Jackie, no matter how I or you feel about her, talk about an important issue that's happening to Black women in America. And I will never, ever, ever tear that down or try to bury that just because of my own personal feelings. Now, everyone who has a bad story about, any doctor that they have, I'm with you on it. There's no one who relates more than myself, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. But that doesn't stop me from being able to discern that it's an important conversation. And I'm glad it's just me right now, because you bitches really fucking tried it, because I said what I said, because I'm coming from a place of I have to deal with this a lot. So when I say that, she might be a good doctor to some and a bad doctor to other, it just is the truth. I don't have her as a doctor, so some people might think she's great. But we also saw that some people don't think that she's great. She also had a history of being, not the best in the season when she's handling her patients. Like, there's a different way you can tell someone that you're obese. There's a different way that you can tell someone some of the things that she was telling some of her castmates and some of her patients. And we acknowledge that. And I think we even acknowledged that before this season of Married to Medicine, and before this drama even happened. I've been on the podcast and I just didn't like the way that she did Buffy in general. That whole thing with Buffy was something that we have talked about multiple times. And I think that we kind of just buried it because, we're moving on. That's what we do with the seasons. But since it got brought up again, I'm bringing that up again. As far as also, I want to talk about, it's important for Black women to be able to express themselves and how they feel and their experiences publicly, privately, however they want to, because this is a serious issue. But also, what also is serious is not just Black women, Black doctors in general. There's not that many of us. So obviously I want to course correct her and anyone else who is a doctor who's not really hearing out their patients and saying these harmful things to the community. But at the same time, I want to champion more people to be Black doctors and also acknowledge the ones that we do have. So there is always going to be on that issue two sides of the coin. And I feel like Black people definitely need to speak out. And even if you disagree with what we say, like we always say, head to our DMs, head to our comment section. And that's understandable. Like, even if we disagree, it's like, okay, cool. And I'm not talking about our homegirl, Anaya. Shout out to Anaya. Like, we had a misunderstanding, but it wasn't like nasty or anything. This is not about you, girl, because I know you listening and we love you and we love Blue. And we hope you had a great holiday season. This is not about you. This is about something completely different. It's not about one specific person. It's just about a couple of like things that we got, that a couple of people that, you know, just some people. And it was multiple people. So it was a few different things that was going on. But I also want to say, like, in general, we want to champion Black doctors. We want to champion Black people who make it up there. Just like Kamala. She's not a Black doctor, but she's the first Black vice president. So that's a huge thing. And, you know, we already know her history might not be so clean. But at the end of the day, she's still a Black woman who's vice president. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean that we're going to be on every Black person's side. But what I will say is that any kind of way that we can make headway on issues, that we can make headway on, we have to work with what we have, even if we don't have what our idea is. And I also want to say that Black people are a monolith, or not a monolith. That means that we don't all think the same, behave the same, feel the same way. And especially if it comes from someone who is non-Black. You don't get to tell a Black person how they should or should not feel. And I want to repeat it. If you are non-Black, especially with Black issues, specifically with Black issues, you do not get to tell a Black person how they should feel, how they should move, or what they should do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We appreciate allies. That's very important. We have allies now. Don't overstep, because we're going to put you right back in your place every motherfucking time.
Be an ally. You know, work next to us, work beside us, stand beside us. But don't try to get in the front and cast spells and shit. That's the part that was really, like, crazy.
Weird.
It took us for a loop, to say the least. A loop. Like, we went from Beverly Hills to Los Angeles to Oregon to Kansas to Texas to New York to Hawaii back to Florida. It just took us.
That's the main part. Because all the Black people coming at us, y'all can feel how y'all want to feel because you're Black and you probably have experience in it, and that's okay. And okay. But if you are non-Black, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Watch your tone.
Watch your tone. Are you slow? Let me slow it down for you. Watch your tone. And everyone can also, we also have, am I like, let's play truth or lie, right? Anyone can post to Instagram. Truth?
Yeah.
Or lie? I need to hear you say truth or lie. It's true. Okay, so if you want to make content for yourself, you can make whatever content you choose to make so. And you can mind your business and you can say whatever the fuck you want, but over there.
Yeah.
On your side.
I think it's when we're expected to do it. And I'm just like, I already have done.
But how do you know that we did or not did it, especially if you don't listen to things, or if you don't look at things, or if you don't ask questions, or if you don't use your common sense? So, introspective.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to those who fuck with us and understand, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and as you said earlier about this is, and now we're at the point Dr. Jackie has issued I feel it's the proper apology. How do you feel about it? I'll ask you first, since you are a Black woman dealing with this every day.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad I'm allotted the chance to talk as a Black woman who actually experiences it and not someone who's projecting and trying to find content. I feel like the second statement was an apology. She apologized. Also, the video, you guys, is from 3 years ago during a live. They put out the clip. The clip went viral. Then they put out the full context. It still wasn't any better in context, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I appreciate the second one, but I'm good on her.
Okay.
Like, she finally apologized. Is it too little too late? Not for me, because I was never going to go to her in the first place. And I wouldn't go to, if I had the opportunity to go to her, even though everyone in Atlanta still goes to her, fucks with her, I would never go to her as a doctor, just in general, just because I know that is how some doctors think. And I have to deal with it. I have to deal with doctors every day that think like that. But none of them have ever put, like, to my knowledge, in my research, in my experience, in my everyday life, they haven't straight out said it. Mm-hmm. So I would not go to her if I could.
Mm-hmm. Right. Fair enough.
What do you think about the second one?
I thought it was more authentic. I did receive a DM. Shout out to you. You know who I'm talking about. It was very respectful, very nice. But some people are concerned that it was a little bit too rehearsed. Me personally, I felt like I see why it was rehearsed, because that's what you got in trouble for the first time, not saying things correctly. I don't necessarily think that's exactly what she meant, but I feel like sometimes Dr. Jackie is just not the best with her words. So that is necessary for some people.
Yeah.
Not everybody can just apologize off the top of their head and get everything out and apologize in the proper way while, mending relationships with everybody they offended. Some people are only able to touch on certain issues and then they forget the rest. So then you come out with that and everybody's like, but what about this? But what about that? But what about that? She sat down, she got her Nook book or whatever she's using, and she's like, what did I say? Okay, let's apologize for that. Let's apologize for that. She probably got her publicist.
Which she should have did in the first place when you're a public figure. In the first place,
because that second one was not that. I mean, that first one that she issued, that was not it at all. But this one seemed to be very genuine. She was crying. I do not think she meant to offend anyone. I think she really genuinely thought about what she said and how it could affect people, because words are very powerful. That's the thing. Even in our own community, words are very powerful. So I'm glad that she got it right the second time. Like I said, I do feel it was necessary for her to be a little bit more rehearsed. So I was okay with it, but it's at the same time, like I said, it's not about me. I just want to make sure moving forward that she has a different mindset and that she's able to, be an advocate for Black women in the way that they need.
Exactly.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm just.
Guys, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I had to talk with Beyonce or something, because.
You did.
You just gotta.
I'm so sick of being serious, you guys. I said what I said. You like it, you don't, you do, you don't, you love it, you hate me, you like it, whatever. The point is, I said what I said, I meant it. Thanks for the apology, still not going to her, but I still recognize what she and Kamala Harris does for Black women and what that conversation did for Bravo. Let's get to the giggles, the shits and the giggles, the end of the year shit, the ha ha ha, the he he he, the ho ho ho, the hum hum. Like, let's get past it. And as as usual, business as usual. If you can, please rate us 5 stars. Thank you so much for the beautiful reviews that we have been seeing. A lot of people say that I just found you, or I've been riding with you, or whatever the case may be. Thank you for taking 5 minutes, 5 seconds to give us that 5 stars, because it counts more than you think it does. So after, subscribing to our Patreon, that's the next biggest thing that you can do. If you can't afford to subscribe to Patreon, I get it, because I'm there with you. Okay. I don't know if Beyonce launched a Patreon right now, I would have to steal my roommate's credit card to access it, because I'm broke. I am broke as a joke right now. So I get it. So, but if she asked me to leave a review, I would be able to do that for free. So leave a review. If you disagree, go to our comments or our DMs, watch your tone. And then that's that. And we can still be friends. That's the thing. After it all, we can still be friends. But we wanted to let's go straight to the juice of it. Like, I think that originally we were going to have a Bravo Celebrity episode, but some things got out of hand. And sometimes when the shit gets out of hand, you have to address it.
We gotta reel it in.
You gotta reel it in. So let's just do the Bravo Awards. Let's do the Bravo Awards of the year, which I haven't had a lot of time to think about, because Aaron planned the episode, which he planned a fantastic episode, but we had to just we just had to yap for a bit. We've been yapping.
We did.
We've been yapping, but obviously we're always going to provide a giggle. Housewife of 2023. What honor are you, who are you going to bestow this honor upon? Who gave you exactly what you need in terms of housewifeness? Maybe not. Yeah. I wanted to know, when you're thinking about this, is it based on storyline from beginning to end? Is it based on maybe a line they delivered? Is it based on just who you like, or who carried? That's what I want to know.
I want to kind of base it on the year. Whatever you gave me in the year of 2023. Because if I did, then it would have to be like Nene every time.
But I'm saying, what are we basing it on in the year? Is it from who I like the most, or who did their job the most?
Who do you feel did their job the most as a housewife and delivered a storyline and has everybody talking and doing all the things, checking all the boxes on your list? That's a good question. For me, oh damn.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
I can't even say that, because then she's going.
I'm very nervous, because if I say what I want to say.
Yeah, because I don't want to say.
You want to do it? You want to do it? No, because I'm feeling, because bitches got bold. Y'all got bold this last week. Some people.
What are you
as far as Housewife of the Year, if we're just basing it on delivery, effort, having people yapping about you, carrying, it's going to be Monica.
It's going to be Monica?
Only because we still don't know to this day. We're waiting for the next year to see what this bitch did. You're suing Heather. Why? No one fucked with you at BravoCon, because we were there. We were a witness. She was by herself. We didn't even see her. And we saw all the girls from Salt Lake City. Okay, shout out to Lisa Barlow. She's my favorite housewife of Salt Lake City in general. She's our favorite housewife. But housewife of the year is going to be Monica, because she has us wondering, what did you do? Are you behind the fake profiles? What's up with your mama? What did you do to her? What's up with the brother-in-law? Why would you come on this show? Are you working with Jen Shah? Does Jen Shah know what's going on? Yeah. Are you still in contact with Jen Shah? Why did you turn against Jen Shah? Why did you have such a messy run when it seems like in the end you could have pulled it all together? Because if it's true that she is the one behind the fake accounts, I don't know how we can bring her into another season. Because then it's you're kind of going against you're a fan. You're too much of a fan at this point to continue on. Because if you're going to be working outside to create and then we know about it, it kind of ruins the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So it would be Monica for Housewife of the Year, and not based on like ability. Like, I don't dislike her, but it's just that I wouldn't fuck with her because she's going to tell my business. She's going to ask me why I'm mad. She's going to spread rumors about me, nastiness about me. I can't do that. But this bitch is giving me a run for my money. And as you know, as far as the other franchises, OC was cute. You know, it was a good season in my opinion. It was cute. Atlanta was okay. Atlanta was okay. Well, other city, Beverly Hills is doing good, but Salt Lake City, and Miami is also really, really cute. Like, I'm loving Miami, but it ain't nothing like Tuesday night. Like, these bitches got me waiting until next year to find out what's going on, and that's something. So I was bold and I said what was on my mind.
I'm gonna straight up say it. I'm just gonna put it out there. Mine is gonna go to Shannon Beador. Mine is gonna go to Shannon Beador. Since we're being bold,
the woman who got the DUI,
the woman that got a DUI, and here's
with her dog in the car and walked away and pretended that she was just walking her dog.
Shannon has been through it. Play the Monica Still Standing song because she has been up against the wall. She has been up against the wall. She's dealing with this shit with Alexis Bellino now after the DUI, after the season, after this man played in her face for a whole season, after they kept filming, after the Wrath of Tamra, after all the girls turned against her, after a BravoCon, after all of it, she's here. She is here. Like, Shannon was the most talked about on OC. They couldn't stop talking about Shannon Beador.
Even to this day.
They could not stop. With the comment that she made about CPS.
Ooh, why did you bring that up? I forgot about that completely. You just brought that shit
Beador,
back up.
What is it? Enema. All of that. She's given me so much this season. Not all of it good. I'm not claiming that it's good. Not all of it good. But wow. Wow. That's what I was going to say. This has been the best season of OC. I'm not going to lie. Last season, I did not see it for OC. I was like, cancel it. Kill the show. This season, I was like, wow. What an improvement. Bringing Tamra back.
Most improved is definitely.
Most improved. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add that category right now. Most improved is going to go to OC.
Most improved is definitely OC.
Hands down. I can't say, and I want to give it to. I'm going to stop.
No, go ahead. We're laying it all out there.
We
can leave it in 2023.
I want to give it to Atlanta. I can't. Because we still got so much work to do. We still got so much work to do, and I just mean it. It's a shame. And it's a shame that Potomac and Atlanta sat their ass here and let OC do that, and then y'all come back, and this is what we're doing?
Y'all like my nails? It's a green French tip. Green is for money in the new year. I'm wishing you all money in the new year, and I'm wishing you all positivity. Shout out, Artist of the Year. I went to add Artist of the Year that has nothing to do with Bravo. Artist of the Year is definitely Kali Uchis. I love Kali Uchis. Like, she puts these positive messages on TikTok, and then she had that song with Nikita with JT.
I love Telepathia until this day. I still play it. Like, I love some Kali Uchis. Telepathia.
Yes. I love when Aaron speaks Spanish. But yeah, we didn't get to say that. We did Album of the Year, but we didn't get to say Artist of the Year. But Artist of the Year is definitely Kali Uchis. She ate. Oh my God, 8 down. But yeah, most
John Tolliver.
Yeah, that way. So most improved is OC. Okay, so what is our next category?
Um, okay, bone carrier of 2023.
Damn. Okay. Like, as if. Let me really think back.
I'm not gonna lie, I know who mine is going to.
You can go first.
Tamra.
Yeah.
Tamra.
I tried to do something different, but the way Tamra did that shit.
Carry the bones and then be like, I never said that, and then she would say it again, and she would stand on it, and
She would. It would be said correctly. Then she would say what she said, and then say that she never said it. Like, it was just a masterful art of.
Tamra.
Yeah, and yeah, no, she did the thing, like Angela Bassett.
And I would love to give it to somebody else. Like I said, it's no need to even.
We're being honest.
Yeah.
We're being honest.
Okay, Bravo Liberty of 2023.
Ariana Maddox.
Ooh.
I know that's going to anger some people. Someone explained to me that they're just tired of Ariana because she is playing victim, as if she had nothing to do with why Tom left her. Because and this is not me. This is just me repeating back to you guys, because I asked the question, and I genuinely asked the question, why y'all hate Ariana all of a sudden, when I just started liking her.
I heard it's because she haven't been selling no sandwiches.
That was one of them. They said that the restaurant is taking too long to open, yet they're releasing merch. And it's like, what's the point? Because we're buying merch because we want the restaurant to open. But I live in Florida, so if I buy merch, I'm not going to see it.
Because I did hear that one was going to be like inside of Dr. Umar's school. You know, the school that he's opening.
I think we should win the silliest podcast award, but the most truthful. It should go to Bravo We're Black.
It should.
Podcast of the year, because you know what? Some of you bitches on Instagram did do a little roundup of like best podcasts, and of course it was like A-listers that won. But you know what? I'm delusional enough to feel like we should have made that list. So
you know,
I feel like podcast of the year number 1 is us. Number 2 is Kendrick. Okay.
Oh my God!
Number 3.
We're about here. But
Number
technically,
3,
Kendrick's always on ours, so it's like.
Well, we share he's the third. Yeah. He was just here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we all share the award. I'm just trying to name drop so he gets also more downloads, because we talk a lot of shit in this episode. So we might get more downloads. So I want to name drop, like.
Well, Watch What Crappens too.
Watch What Crappens, number 3. Number 4 is So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey. Number 5 is Reality Is. Like, number 6 is Bitch Sesh. Number 7 is Who the Fuck Knows with Emily Rose. Number 8 is She Speaks Bravo. Number I'm just going through all the podcasts I listen to. Number 9 is Mocha Minutes, which just made its return, and number 10 is one that we've been waiting to return, which is Samaj Gets Canceled. So, and that's just off the top of my head. So if I forgot anyone, I'm sorry. I was just trying to give y'all fruits and y'all flowers and y'all all that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't know podcast names like that. I'd be like, that's Kendrick. I don't even know mine. Top
10, not 10 of the year, and we're the only bitches that matter. Period. Yeah. So Bravo Celebrity of the Year is Ariana for me. They said that she didn't open. I'm sorry, I had to drag you by, but I'm defending you at the same time. They said y'all didn't open the restaurant, so girl, we need a date or something. Maybe that's the New Year's resolution.
Alana. Something.
Resolution. They said that she got herself into the situation because she knew that Tom was cheating on Kristen with her. They also said that this was not Tom's first time cheating in the relationship. So why is this?
Ooh. Well, you know what's funny? Well, they did come out with the podcast and they was saying now they're advocates and they're against cheating. They're like, don't do that. Schwartz was like, you need to talk it out before you do the cheating.
My whole thing is she is a bad bitch because I definitely would not have been able to take the high road. I feel like she didn't get in Tom's ass enough and she didn't get in Raquel's ass enough at the reunion, or like she's also still living with him. There will be no house.
I don't understand why they're still.
Well, she like at first.
This must be high as hell.
At first, I would have been petty too. Like it would have been like, I'm not leaving this house, bitch. I'm not selling this shit, bitch. Buy me out, bitch. You cheated, bitch. Move. But he's being petty, and he wants to keep the house, and he doesn't want to. He low blowed her like with a low offer or whatever, and now she wants to move out. But at first, I'll tell you, I'm not moving out of my house that I built and I've decorated and we waited. Remember when we roasted them for not having furniture? Yeah. They finally got furniture, and then he decides to have an affair.
Ariana, do you live next to the sandwich shop?
Maybe that's where she lives at. Maybe she's in the sandwich shop. Maybe she lives there, and that's why she can't open it. You ever thought of that? Like Ratatouille lived in the kitchen, they shut that shit down.
You mean like Amanda and Kyle when they like walk outside their apartment and then it's like we're in the office now?
See? So that's my Bravo Celebrity of the Year. And then the reason that she is because she bounced back nicely. She handled it better than I could ever handle being cheated on. And also she made a big bag, big bag, $2 million worth of bag or more. So and she was on Dancing with the Stars. She was on Love Island. She had a garbage bag deal. She had all these different deals, and she's going to be on a movie with Megan Good, that's very random. Congratulations. She's also going to be in something else. So that's really how you freak it. So Ariana ate that down. Honorable mention Quad, because
I was just about to. I'm glad you said it.
Honorable mention Quad with these interviews, even though God, please, Quad, if you see this, change the smoke detector alarm, please, because that's all I can hear in that interview. Like her monologues are on point. Love them, but every 2 seconds.
Y'all know black people do not feel like changing that shit because it's too high up. When the ceilings are too high, my shit would be on for a whole fucking 5 years.
Yeah, and she like owns a house, dude. Like that's why I'm just like, not that I could ever own a house like, with the state of everything.
What don't say?
Like I don't know.
Okay,
like, just be realistic. Not that I could ever own a house with the state of the world, but like if I own a house, I would not know how to do anything because let me tell you, like in my apartment. My guys, like I put my request in, then I call the office, and I call the office, and I call the office again because those bitches don't answer the phone. And then I have to tell them, hey, I put in a request, babe. Can you please send someone out? And they send someone out. They change the lights. Like that's what I don't know how to do anything. So I would not be able to change the smoke detector. So shout out to Quad for also her monologues and how she handled everything. Because I also would have told all those bitches to go to hell when I was at the table. Mm-hmm. And she is on, a great apology tour. She's had a hard year and she's still standing. So shout out to Quad as an honorable mention as Bravo Celebrity of the Year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Best Bravo franchise of 2023.
Well, what is it? What were you gonna say?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, I want to give mine to Summer House Martha's Vineyard.
That's cute.
You don't agree?
No, I don't. I love the show.
You're right. That was like a little bit. Okay,
That's you know what? That's best new show.
Say, okay.
Best new Bravo show.
Underdog of 2023. I'll give it to Martha's Vineyard. I really just wanted to give them an honorable mention though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we finally got our Black Summer House. They did such a great job.
And she went to Winter House.
Them in some way. But best franchise 2023. I would have to say Married to Medicine right now. I
was going to say Married to Medicine because I thought you were going to go with Salt Lake City. So then I'm like, ooh, that's very anti-Black of you. When Married to Medicine.
No, I really was going to say OC, but Married to Medicine for sure.
All right. Is there any? Listen,
I
Bravo
love
did the
Married to
thing this year.
Medicine.
Yeah, Married
Yeah.
to Medicine is
I just gotta
amazing.
say, OC gave in a way that I could never imagine. And I've been telling y'all that even when OC was playing, I was like, oh my God, have y'all seen OC? Has anybody seen OC?
You rooted for it, but I didn't know you felt.
Can you believe that the host was OC have the camera back and she's instigating and Shannon Beador has the DUI and she's pretending that she didn't listen to the car driving.
The fucking give it up for Ken Todd for best line delivery. Best line delivery of 2023.
Biggest influence on Aaron in 2023.
Biggest influence on Aaron.
I feel like if once we have merch, it has to be a Ken Todd reference somewhere in the merch.
We should make a black Ken Todd.
I want to dress up as Ken Todd and just be on the cover of on the front of the shirt.
Yeah, I think that's a merch idea. Someone write this down for us because you know that we have ADHD.
Can you believe?
One time for the one time?
Some Raquel in the jacuzzi while Ariana was away. I know.
I'll be Katie. What?
Y'all did that.
That eat.
But yeah, that's all we have. I think. Oh, I also wanted to say real quick, I'm not feeling Alexis Bellino right now. Shannon says she does not believe.
Damn.
Any of that.
You were going to address this no matter what happened.
I had
so
to.
We need to have
the end of the year.
Wait. We need to have, you know how I go on rants when something is important to me. We need to have this special segment. We will end this podcast with your rant. This will be the last part and the last thing that we say in 2023. Aaron's rant, begin.
My rant is going to be, okay, so Alexis Bellino showed off her 16K promise ring from John Jansen. Fuck John Jansen. And I'm going to say that right here. I don't believe any of that. Alexis, you know this is a damn lie. You're talking about love. I will no longer feel guilty. I will not apologize. Love will create its own story. It hasn't even been a month, ma'am. It hasn't even been a month. And me and Shannon don't even believe this shit. Shannon, what did Shannon say? He didn't pay for shit. Okay? She doesn't believe he paid for shit. She believes, and allegedly, this is what I'm saying now. She did say that part, but she also said that Alexis Bellino bought that ring. And it was not John Jansen at all. And Alexis is trying to have a storyline for this new season of OC. And everybody's like, yeah, now she has to come on. She doesn't have to come on. We don't need Alexis Bellino for a good show. We just had a good show.
Without her.
And I'm sorry, but I'm going to miss Taylor, but it wasn't going to be much of a difference. The show was still going to be good. I'm definitely going to miss Taylor, but it's still going to be good. We didn't need to add another person to the cast. If y'all wanted to add somebody, add Vicky. Instead of making her a friend of, add Vicky. We have a cast. The cast is already here. They're showing up. They're working. Why do we need Alexis Bellino? Why do we want to see John Jansen again?
I don't, personally, if you ask me.
Everybody's like, oh, I want to see Shannon Beador spiral. And
she's already doing that, babes. I don't know what show you're watching.
But now she's on an apology tour, and that's my girl at the end of the day.
When we say that she's...
I supported... I'm not going to bring up her, but I supported a lot of people that have learned from their mistakes. Don't bring up the problematic list that you have seen people through. You know exactly who I'm talking about when it comes to the DUIs. But
don't do it again, Shannon, for real.
Please don't, because I don't want to have to. Because
then we're going to have to step in. You don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
because I'm sending your ass right to rehab. Because I know a couple good rehabs in California that people have went to. Okay, a lot of stars went to.
Kim Richards, you're giving. That's my last thought, especially how she left that event because they was doing too fucking much. Denise and Erica, it was too much. That's all I gotta say.
Aaron's rant over, and we hope that you have a great rest of 2023. Shout out to Bravo for having an all-star fucking year. There were some highs, there were some lows, and there was even some in between. My rose of the year is definitely, let's do Rose and Thorn to end it on a positive note, because that was very nasty. That was nice nasty. My rose of the year was definitely BravoCon. My thorn of the year, it's been such a great year. I guess my health issues, which, you know, are ongoing. What is your rose and your thorn?
My rose is going to be BravoCon and our Threads trip and meeting Gertie.
Yeah, honorable mention is Threads trip, for real.
For real, because y'all set up so nice. The thorn is going to be when y'all ran out of chicken sliders in the VIP experience room.
Yeah, Hilton.
Y'all were wrong for that. And we work like a dog day and night.
Wait until Kendrick hears this shit. That's his favorite line delivery of all time.
And I see why. I see exactly
It's relatable.
why.
Like, I feel that exact way. Not to discount, you know, her feelings of the true person it was based on.
That's literally me.
Who was dealing with something much more serious, but same.
That's me on Sims after working like 5 hours.
That's me after doing the podcast, and you guys got the nerve to. You know what? Like I said, let's end. We love you. Have a great year. We'll be back next year with the bullshit, which is literally next week. So, on a dad joke, we will see you next year. Bye.
Bye.